What's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy KswaggReacts, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. You already know what time it is, man. Carson Beck got exposed. Shout out to my dog Matt. Be great, and let's get into the reaction.
It's either one or two things. He was dumb enough to a point he thought she wouldn't tell anybody about it, especially his girlfriend, or number two, he just didn't care. And maybe that's what it is.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Thursday night. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about Timmy, a.k.a. Carson Beck. What in the world's going on? Our boy Timmy Beck done got...
How about I show you this package and we'll see how fast your calendar opens up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, bro got a package. What type of package?
Exposed. And what's crazy about this is he ain't even played a snap in Miami yet. We're gonna talk all about it. This topic is so important. It is the one and only thing we're gonna be talking about. And by the way, I gotta throw this in there before we get going. I spoke about it a little bit yesterday, and I will continue to speak about it because this is an insane situation that you see probably one.
Also, I'm guessing these are Carson Beck highlights also.
Once every 5 to 6 years, maybe once every 20 years, depending where you live. This Saturday, there's supposed to be a severe, and I mean a severe threat of tornadoes, and long track tornadoes at that, in the states of Mississippi, Alabama. I even saw something like Louisiana, the Panhandle, and Georgia. The way things are lining up, I'm not going to get all nerdy and divulge into it too much because we're on our weather channel, but let's just say this. It's not looking good, partner. So if you are in that Mississippi, really the entire state of Alabama, the Florida Panhandle region, please stay safe. They're already talking about, as you can see right here, their words, not mine. There is projected to be 50 to 100 tornadoes. Your boy Matt did live through and survive April 27, 2011. If you know, you know, that was one of the craziest days of my life. One of the craziest days of my childhood. I'll never forget it. From everything I've seen, I don't think it's going to be as bad, but hey, you never know with Mother Nature. Yet again, can't emphasize this enough. Please stay safe, and if anything crazy happens, I'll tweet about it, make a video, something like that. You know, I'll keep you updated. Let's get into football stuff. We all know who Timmy Beck is. No introduction needed. He was a star quarterback at Georgia, or quote-unquote star quarterback at Georgia. Not last year, but 2 years ago, he was phenomenal.
Which is crazy, bro. He left Georgia and he's playing at Miami, which is actually a bad move, but we're going to keep it going. I'm going to tell y'all why.
Oh, but in this most recent season, yeah, not so much. He was all right. Georgia's offense has had a terrible year. Their wide receiver group was awful, so whenever Carson Beck did make good throws, they didn't catch him. They didn't help him out. I'm not taking up for Beck by any stretch of imagination. You guys know this. I've criticized him just as hard as anybody else, but he wasn't as bad as I think some people are making him out to be. But there is one thing for certain. We can all agree with it. We're all in the same boat. This most recent season at Georgia, he was underwhelming. Heading into a year, you had people talking about, oh yeah, this guy's going to be a top 10 NFL draft pick. Now, nobody knows what to think about him. As where it stands right now, I would just throw him in the good category. And we're not really here to talk about his game so much. Long story short, Georgia and him, they decided to part ways. It was one of those mutual agreements, no bad blood. Georgia, they were ready to move on to another quarterback, and then Carson Beck, he was kind of tired of that offense. You didn't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out he wasn't too, let's just say, fond with the way things were going last season. I also heard some rumors that he wasn't fond of the offensive coordinator and the coaching staff. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. Doesn't matter. He left Georgia, and now guess where he's at? The U. Here's where things get interesting, though. We talked about this. Guess who also transferred to the U? His girlfriend, Hannah Cavender. We've talked all about this, and what was funny is the announcement was made official, and she posted a TikTok. He was in it. They were doing, I think it was some Miami dance, something like that. They was playing the song, It's All About the U, and he was holding up the U. If you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about and referring to. Shortly after that video gets released, all your media outlets, they're posting on Twitter, breaking news, Carson Beck has decided to transfer to Miami. That's great for him, and I'm happy for him. And people in this life, I don't know why they do this, they overcomplicate things. They always think there's some mysterious reason for a person doing something they did or acting the way they act. I remember like it was yesterday, there was a bunch of people saying, oh, no, the girlfriend, she didn't have a part or a say in the decision. No, that's not what this was about. My brother in Christ, Are you serious? You really thought it was a coincidence that Carson Beck and his new girlfriend ended up at the same school? Come on, man. It's as simple as this. Number one, Miami, they need a new quarterback because Cam Ward left. Number two, they have a bunch of money in the NIL department, and Carson Beck is going to be one of your more sought-after guys, so they can afford him, and also he wants a lot of money. They can give that to him. And number three, the girlfriend's there. It's a recipe for success for him, and there's some other reasons I could throw in there. Also at Miami, there's not all these heavy expectations like there's at Georgia. Carson Beck was being criticized every single game this year, and Georgia still made the playoffs. At Miami, heck, he could win 7 or 8 games, and nobody's going to criticize.
It's just with me, I don't think that they're going to be that good, bro. I don't think Miami's going to be that good unless they recruit a great, a real good secondary on defense, because their defense literally was the reason why they didn't go nowhere. You know, the defense was always letting them down. The D line was pretty good, but the corners was terrible. The safeties was terrible. They was letting up too many yards. They was letting up deep balls. The secondary for Miami is completely ass. You know, it's completely trash, bro. You know, Carson Beck is not going to be able to go crazy like Cam Ward and throw the ball like Cam Ward and be able to do his thing like Cam Ward. You know, he's not going to be able to really move that offense like that. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm staying with this. I don't think he's going to be able to go crazy with the offense like how Cam Ward was doing with that Miami offense. You know, yes, he got paid some big bucks. At the end of the day, Carson Beck couldn't even go crazy with Georgia, and Georgia had a great defense, way better than Miami. I'm talking about Miami defense is completely trash. Georgia defense was damn near ranked. And Carson Beck still couldn't really, you know what I'm saying? He still was looking bad, bro, in games and stuff like that. You know? So, we gonna see how he do, man.
That's a big difference. It just made way too much sense. Why wouldn't he go there? That's the better question. I share all that with you to say this. I know it was kind of a long-winded intro, but I feel like I need to give you context in any situation I'm talking about. Timmy Beck, a.k.a. Carson Beck, got caught yet again talking to some females on Snapchat. Well, here's the difference. He's gotten caught doing this before, but he was single. Now, or he was in a relationship. I'm going to show you everything first, and I'll give you my 2 cents, but Carson Beck, he's just not a very bright individual. So the first thing that got all this started is he added this girl, I don't know who it is, but he added this girl, she posted all these screenshots and receipts on Sunday. As you can see, it's got Carson Beck, and this is the real one because it has, like, I guess that's like the verification stars.
And when I'm listening and stuff like that, I'm going to check Carson Beck on profile, too.
I don't know, I don't have Snapchat, so... Is that the verification logo, I guess? He's snapping this girl back and forth, and she does the, I remember doing this back in middle school. You know?
Oh, shit, he's private. Never mind. I can't even check on his shit. He's private. Damn.
Screenshot it, but you take a picture with a different phone, iPad, something like that, and as you can see, this is clearly Carson Beck and says, literally the past weekend, LOL. Now I know what you're sitting there saying. Well, Matt, what is he referring to? According to this girl, and this is allegedly, she asked him when he added her, hey, don't you have a girlfriend? And he said, no, we broke up. She then responded with, when? And that's when he said this, and she screenshotted it, but took a picture with a different device. I know this may be confusing. I'm trying to dumb all it down. She asked him, hey, when did you and Hannah break up? He stated, as you can see, literally the past weekend, LOL. That was this Sunday. And what's ironic about this is this Sunday, Hannah was posting TikToks with Carson Beck, and they were together. So if you don't know what I'm trying to tell you is he was lying about it to this new girl he was Snapchatting. Well, the next picture, as you can see, is Carson Beck. Clearly, that's him in a hat, and he says, things just not working out, you know? Feel it coming. Referring to him and Hannah, I guess, breaking up. So long story short, he's snapping this new girl, you get the gist of things, and what does she do? She tells Hannah, his current girlfriend, about it. This new girl shows her the messages, and yeah, that's when Hannah decides to unfollow Carson Beck on Instagram and take down all their pictures. And yeah, that's all she wrote. But here's my question to Mr. Timmy Beck. You can't be this dumb. And here's what I'm talking about. You know dang well if you had some random chick, I don't care if she was a smoke show, you knew she was going to get starstruck and take pictures of you Snapchat.
Bro, yeah, bro. He should have known that, bro. You just wasn't thinking. You were thinking it with you was thinking with your meat. You was thinking with your meat, with your package. You was thinking with your package. And now, you done messed that up. At the end of the day, I mean, he probably don't care or whatever like that. I mean, she might go back to his ass. He do got the money and stuff like that. She might go back. He might sweet talk her. But at the end of the day, bro, that's like me, bro. I'm like literally one of the top safeties in the country, and then I have a whole girlfriend, and boom, this bad female, whatever I'm talking to, I hit her up, send her a Snapchat or whatever like that. That girl definitely is gonna expose me. Like she's going to expose me easily. She's going to. Like, bro.
Her screenshot the messages, whatever. You knew she was gonna talk. It's either one or two things. He was dumb enough to a point he thought she wouldn't tell anybody about it, especially his girlfriend, or number two, he just didn't care. And maybe that's what it is. And if he doesn't care, I kind of respect him a little bit more because he's like, I'm making $3 to $4 million per year. I got a couple Lamborghinis. I got a $2 million house. I'm the starting quarterback out of Miami. I'm the top G. I should be able to do whatever I want and talk to 10 different women at once. I would respect that thought process more than, oh yeah, I bet I can get away with this. Like, come on, dude. That's just being delusional. And this ain't the first Snapchat incident with Carson Beck. I'm not going to go over all the recent ones. I may pop up some of the pictures. So, yeah, it's not like this is hard to believe. He's been in this situation before. But this one is a pretty big topic. I thought it was worthy of making a video because they were almost like a power couple. Two of the biggest names in college athletics and also two of the biggest earners in NIL. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Let's go to her Instagram comment section. I bet that's going crazy right now. First comment I see.
Actually, I do want to see that. Let's see it.
You following all his old teammates after you broke up with him. Is she actually doing that? I'm sorry Carson did this to you. You deserve love. Yo, get this simp out of here. Carson fumbled. Yeah, everyone's just saying he fumbled. Don't get me wrong. The Kaepernick twins, they're alright looking. I've really never understood the hype. But behind their two eyeballs, there's not a thought going on in their brains. I'm just keeping it affordable.
They're just white females, bro. They look cute. That's it. It ain't all that. Like, nigga. Niggas, bro.
I be buck with you, and you know I'm right. There is not one singular thought going on behind those eyes. I promise you. It's a crappy situation, and maybe that's why he did it low-key. I'm not advocating for cheating or whatever you would call that, but he probably got bored with her. Because let's be honest, have you ever heard these girls talk? I mean, zero personality, none of that. Why are they famous? Don't overcomplicate it. Because they're hot. If the Kaepernick twins were average-looking people, they wouldn't have a platform. That's reality.
They low-key average white females, bro, but hey,
like it or not. I'm not dissing them, and hey, I'll clap it up. Credit to both of them, Hannah and I think it's Haley, that's the other one, for using their looks to their advantage. But we have
that's smart. You got
to remind ourselves that is why they're famous. That's the only reason they're famous. It's the same thing with the Livy Dunn girl from LSU. She's only famous because she's hot. That's it. It's not because she's some top tier gymnastics girl or anything like that. There's way better girls in gymnastics than Livy Dunn, but they don't get any recognition. Why? Because they're not hot. It is what it is, though. I thought it was kind of interesting. I had a bunch of you send it to me, so I figured, hey, why not? We'll make a video. It's off season. There's not too much going.
Yeah. It is what it is. That boy folded. Stay swagged up.